Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We've got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
All right, thanks a lot, Ken, and thank you for tuning into the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. I'm Rich Walsh, your host for tonight. Give us a call tonight, 412-575-2600. You can also tweet me at Richie Walsh, and we can talk about the Steelers. The Penguins just lost at overtime. Looked pretty similar to Tuesday's game, losing this one 4-3. Brock Nelson with the overtime winner. The Penguins fought back. It was a good game. Patrick Hornquist, he comes back. He scores the tying goal with about 30 seconds to go. We'll show you these highlights in just a few minutes, but then in overtime, the Penguins lose a tough one again, but they get a point. But you're going to have to start winning games against teams like this instead of just getting a point, because then you'll keep losing distance. Right now, they're still in the wild card race. I think that would push them down to the second wild card. But look, it's early. It's November. I don't really start looking at the playoff picture until January. Even if the Pens are out by a couple points, they have enough talent to get back in. But it is good that they got Hornquist back. They're probably about 5 weeks away from getting Crosby back in the lineup. You're looking at a return around January, and then they should be at full strength with all those guys. And that's when this team, if you've seen it over the years, this team usually clicks and turns it into another gear in January. So right now the Pens still get a point. After tonight, what is that? 22 games. They're 11-11 essentially. Even though 4 of those were overtime losses. The Pens are right around 500, and if you got to hope that they go 500, missing Crosby in right now, 500 would at least keep them in the mix. I think keep them in the playoff picture, and that's what you'd want from them. So that's the Penguins update for today. Pitt Basketball won by about 20 against Arkansas Pine Bluff. They're taking on Kansas State on Monday. A good win for Pitt. Justin Champagnie, he was the leading scorer for the Panthers, had 18. It's his 4th double-digit scoring night. And he's been pretty good coming along as a freshman. Xavier Johnson, he was 3 for 7 from three-point range. You got to get him going if this team can do anything in the ACC this year. So just keep getting wins, keep getting confidence, and maybe this Panthers team can do something and has an outside shot at getting to the NCAA tournament later in the year. The big news at Steelers headquarters today, Marquise Pouncey, his suspension was reduced from 3 games to 2. Myles Garrett, his suspension was not reduced. It was upheld, indefinite suspension, and he came out, and I guess a source leaked at the ESPN today that he said a racial slur was used by Mason Rudolph late in the game. That provoked the fight. Now, Mason Rudolph, his attorney, the Steelers, all vehemently denied that and said that there was nothing like that ever said. I want to believe Mason Rudolph. I think if something was said like that, you would have heard about it immediately after the game. I was in the Steelers locker room. I asked the question to multiple guys about, was there anything said, done to provoke this? And no one said anything like this. The Browns didn't say anything like this. Even the Browns came out today, and some of the players said they haven't heard anything like this. Now, then that prompted Myles Garrett to tweet this today. He said, "I know what I heard. Whether my opponent's comment was born out of frustration or ignorance, I cannot say, but his actions do not excuse my lack of restraint in the moment, and I truly regret the impact this has had on the league, the Browns, and our devoted fans." Now, we did talk to Cam Hayward, who doesn't believe Rudolph said anything. Marquise Pouncey doesn't believe it. And so right now it's, he said, she said, I guess, basically. He said. And, we'll see what happens after this. But, the Steelers are denying it, and then Myles Garrett is saying that something was said. So that's where we are right now. We still have a game to be played this Sunday in Cincinnati. The Steelers have to get back on track, especially offensively. They won't have Juju Smith-Schuster. They won't have James Conner, but they will have Deontay Johnson. It looks like he practiced for the 2nd straight day. He's still not out of the concussion protocol, but he's clearing hurdles, and it looks like he'll be out soon. 2 full days of practice. If he practiced tomorrow, He's more than likely going to play. I was told he was going to play in Sunday's game. And, you know, Rudolph needs him. Rudolph cannot throw 4 interceptions. This offense, he has to be better for the Steelers to win this game. They're slight favorites in this game. They should win this game. But this is one thing that we talked about last night on the show. You can always count on a bad loss for the Steelers and Mike Tomlin every year. Is this the week? Now, I'm picking the Steelers. I think the Steelers win this game with who they have. I think maybe the X factor this week will be Benny Snell's coming back. Maybe he can give them a boost with this running game, and that's what they need. They need to figure out those short yardage situations where they can't pick up 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1. They need to be better moving the football. Maybe not even get into situations like that, 3rd and 4th and short. So, you know, Jalen Samuels hasn't been great at running the ball, but he's good out of the backfield, good at catching the ball. Maybe Benny Snell could be that other guy that can do something else. So James Conner could miss a few weeks here. Maybe Benny Snell can make up for it. We'll see. So give us a call. 412-575-2600 is the number. Back in a couple minutes.
The Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call is brought to you by Ireland Contracting, celebrating 25 years as Pittsburgh's #1 home exterior expert in roofing, siding, windows, and gutters, where honesty and integrity still matter.